Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 5 Minutes Math with Mr. Charlson. Our goal this morning is to multiply multi-digit whole numbers and multiples of 10 using place value patterns and the distributive and associative properties. We have here our place value chart. As we observe, how many tens do we have based on the place value chart that we have? All right, so there are four tens. How many ones do we have? There is none. Therefore, 4 tenths is equal to 40. Awesome. Now, how many hundreds do we have? There are 5 hundreds. Notice that we have represented 5 hundreds with 5 discs, and we have to put it directly on the right column, which is on the hundreds place. It's very important for us to locate clearly which to put our discs in our place value chart. So since we have 5 hundreds in the hundreds place, how many tens do we have? There is none. How many ones do we have? There is none as well. Therefore, how much is 5 hundreds? That is equal to 500. Awesome. Now, together, let us read our number. 8,735. Round the number to the thousands place. Our first job is to draw a number line with 2 points and a midpoint. So I have here my number line. The next thing that I will be doing is to add 2 points and, of course, a midpoint. Now, our job is to round this number to the thousands place. So I will put 8,000 on my first endpoint and 9,000 on the next. Again, we are rounding this off to thousands place. That is why we have 8,000 and 9,000. What do you think is the midpoint of 8,000 and 9,000? Awesome. We have 8,500. How many hundreds are in 8,500? There are 8,500 hundreds. How many hundreds are in 8,735? There are 87 hundreds. Where in the number line is 8,735? Is it more than 8,500 or less than 8,500? Great job. It is more than 8,500. So therefore, I will put this point more than 8,500, which is located on this point. And I will put here my 8,735. To which is 8,735 closer to? 8,000 or 9,000? Awesome. So 8,735 is closer to 9,000. Therefore, we can say that 8,735 is approximately equal to 9,000. On our place value chart, let us try to multiply 4 times 30. We know that 4 times 30 is the same as 4 times 3 tenths. All right? Now, we have 3 tenths here. How many groups of 3 tenths do we have? 4. So I have already here my first group of 3 tenths. How many groups of 3 tenths do I need to add more? 3 more groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 3 tenths. Now, how many tenths do we have in our place value chart right now? We have 12. So how much is 12 tenths? That is equal to 100 and 2 tenths. Based on our place value chart, how many hundreds do we have right now? We have 1. How many tenths do we have? We have 2 tenths. And how many ones do we have? 0. Therefore, based on the place value chart, how much is 4 times 3 tenths? That is equal to 12 tenths, which is equal to 120. Next, Let us try to multiply 4 tenths times 3 tenths this time. Now we know that 4 times 3 is equal to 12. And tenths times tenths will give us 100. Therefore, 4 tenths times 3 tenths is equal to 12 hundredths. Let us try to look at our number line. 12 hundredths is equal to how many thousands? That is equal to 1,000 and 2 hundredths. So how many thousands do we have right now? We have 1. How many hundreds do we have based on our place value chart? 2. Do we have any tenths? None. How about ones? There is no ones as well. Therefore, 4 tenths times 3 tenths is equal to 1,200. Awesome. Let's try the next one. 4 tenths times 3 hundredths. Again, 4 times 3 is 12. Tenths times hundreds will give us thousands. Therefore, 4 times 10 times 3 times 100, where do we get the 4 times 10? In the 4 tens. Where do we get the 3 times 100? In the 300s. Let's try to group them together by putting parentheses. It is important to put parentheses so that we will know what to solve first in the order of operations that we have. But since we have multiplication, do you think we can do 4 times 3 times 10 times 100? Certainly. Why? Because multiplication is commutative. We can interchange the order of our factors, but the product is still the same. So we have 4 times 3, we know, was equal to 12 times. How much is 10 times 100? That will give us 1,000. Therefore, 12 times 1,000 will give us 12,000. Awesome. Now, let's try to put 12,000 in the thousands place. And 12,000 is equal to 1 10,000ths and 2 thousands. Do we have any hundreds? None. Tenths? Ones? Therefore, 4 tenths times 3 hundredths will give us 12,000. Awesome.